with just one person asking, so this is fine to do it this way, as long as you don't both ask the same thing, of course. So just identify yourself before you start, and then the same with the second person. Thank you.
So you start first. Okay.
My name is Isabel Haynes, and I'm here representing the Van Angels group. And I've been doing research on 15-passenger vans, and there's a lot of facts on 15-passenger vans on the rollover stability. And one of the questions that I have is about the tire pressure on the certification label. Are you aware of what tire pressure should be on both tires, front and rear?
Yes. You want to know what it is?
Yes.
80 rear, 50 front.
Yeah. And do you monitor that every trip?
Every day it has to be marked in the logbook.
Also, when you said that you have your luggage in the back locked, if there's an intrusion on the side door, where would the emergency exit be for the passengers that are in there?
Side windows have markings to exit the vehicle.
How would you would have to break the windows to get out, or because they don't open, do they?
Yes, they do.
Your windows open?
Yes.
Okay. A lot of the questions were already asked before. The weight of the luggage that you have, do you realize the gross vehicle weight of rate of the vehicle for how amount of luggage and people that are required that doesn't exceed over the gross vehicle weight of the?
Yes.
You do. Do you know what the gross vehicle weight is?
It should be 9,600 pounds for a G3500 van.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I've got some questions. One of the things that we were very interested in finding out at the coroner's inquest into the Bathurst tragedy was that the 15-passenger van had been used previously to transport children to hockey games, and they did use a sort of a U-Haul type thing in the back, and which is something we saw, in fact, yesterday, a van parked outside in front of the hotel with some type of a U-Haul, carrying like a trailer hookup. That's what I meant. And as it turned out, that was completely legal. It was not allowed, but because people never paid any attention, like anything else, it was done. So what we're wondering is, are you planning to use some type of a U-Haul type? I don't want to use that word, but what's the word again? Trailer hookup on your 15-passenger vans?
We're not allowed to haul trailers with the vans.
Okay, so you're not intending to use trailers with the vans. Okay, that's good. You had said you were aware of the gross vehicle weight restrictions on the vehicles. How are you going to measure, for example, let's say you get 11 people, let's say they're all just, Brunswick is known and a lot of people are heavy. Let's say you have 11 big people in that vehicle, and 11 people have 50 pounds each of luggage, which is being placed behind in a net on the last row. How are you going to measure that GVWR, the gross vehicle weight restriction, on the van that day at that moment? Because you're going to have to be flexible enough to adapt. How are you going to do that?
Based on our clients and our baggage, it should be well within allowable. The van only weighs, in fact I just had the van weighed just the other day, and it was only 6,300 pounds, the van. So you still have 3,300 pounds left. Even with 11 heavy people at 200 or 250, you're still well within tolerance of gross vehicle weight.
Plus each
luggage.
Person having 50 pounds
Yeah,
of
that's
luggage.
only 550 pounds. So.
Okay, so you're getting close to your maximum max vehicle weight restriction there. And what about your tires? Are you aware of the problems of underinflation and overinflation of 15-passenger van tires, which have been accused, and when I say accused, have been found to be the problem in many of these 15-passenger van rollovers. Studies done by the National Highway Transportation Safety Agency in the United States, which has frequently, in our presentation, there were many addendums there, including these NHTSA reports which talk about the tires. Or how do you deal with your tire issues on a daily basis?
The tires are checked for, the wheel nuts are checked for torque. They're 140 pounds is the wheel torque. The tire pressures are checked. They're filled with nitrogen to alleviate a lot of pressure differential from hot to cold. Of course, they're checked daily. And the inspection guidelines for motor carrier is not a provincial inspection. I believe a provincial inspection is only probably 2 or 3 30-seconds of an inch of tire tread you need to have to run it. Well, it's double that for the motor carrier in Nova Scotia. So you're well within, you have a great tire. There's nothing wrong with the tires. And they're inspected twice a year. I'd be very surprised if you could catch a carrier with a bad tire on it that follows a motor vehicle board like New Brunswick or...
Well, in fact,